y'all, it's time to cook supper, and I'm coming on to do a little prep ahead because I'm making French fries tonight, and I have got one regular potato and one sweet potato already peeled, and I'm going to use the rapid prep mandolin to make them into French fries. And after I do that, I like to soak mine in a little bit of ice water before I air fry them. You can bake them in the oven, fry them on the stove, but I'm going to do mine in the air fryer. So I'm using the rapid prep mandolin. I get a lot of questions on it. It has the cover, so if it's stored in the counter, your hand's always safe away from the blade because of the cover. When you pull the cover down, you can see the blade, but it's still not where it's going to cut you. You simply just twist this handle and lift up. Now the blade disappears again. It's nowhere near your hands. This is our hopper, our food holder. So you just lift this little button up and put that in, and it's in. So it's got feet. You can hear them on the bottoms, and it really sticks tightly to this. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a potato in, and I like to mix them up when I'm doing fries, sweet potato and regular potato. So I'll go ahead and start slicing. Let me get this in. And voila. Look at those French fries. It takes you longer to peel the potato, and sometimes you don't peel the potatoes, but tonight I did. I like to eat the peel on my potatoes. The sweet potatoes, if you've ever cut one up, you know that these little boogers are tough. So it's going to take a little more elbow grease for my sweet potato than it did for the regular potato. But the mandolin does a good fry for us. My husband can push that and make it look so easy, but I don't have his guns, his muscles. So that is it. Look at there. Perfect potatoes and sweet potato fries. So now I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to be using it a little later to slice an apple. We're making mini paninis, and I've got my grill pan over there on the stove. I'll come back and show you what I'm doing with those later. But I just wanted to show you how I do these. And this is a step you don't have to do, but I leave it right in this tray, and I've got some ice water, and I'm just pouring it in there, and I'm gonna let them soak for a little bit, and that just helps remove some of that starch. If you've not ever done it, I wish you would take some potatoes that's peeled and cut up and run water over it and let the water fall in a bowl so you can see how much starch those potatoes have, and the water in that bowl just thicken up from that starch. So I like to soak mine. Let me move them out of the way. I like to soak them and get some of that starch off. Now another thing that I want to show you, because I won't be on when I'm doing that, I'm going to use our air fryer basket. And it comes with a retrieving tool. You don't really need it when you're putting the basket in the air fryer, but when you're getting it out and it's hot, that you do. So normally when I take it out, I'll get my cooling rack because I don't want to wait forever to open this thing and it gets hot. So I have an oven mitt on my hand here, and then I kind of tilt it up, and I put the other end right down on the cooling rack, and it just stands there. And then again, with my oven mitt on my hand, I take the same retrieving tool. It's got a little hook, and I just pop that basket open, and I usually have some paper towels here, and then I just kind of, again with my oven mitt, hold it and tilt it and let those fries fall out, and we can eat them while they're hot instead of trying to burn my hand and wait for this to cool off. So I thought I would show you that tip also. So if you've got one of our air fryers and you've got that little rotating basket that came with it, you'll know how to do that now. So for our paninis, I'm making my own honey mustard sauce. So I have got a half a cup. I forgot to get a spoon, y'all. Let me get a spoon. Should have got one of my spatulas. I've got a half a cup of mayonnaise in here. You can definitely use any sauce that you like, but I love the South Carolina barbecue rub. I could eat it on anything. It's got a honey mustard base to it. So I've got 1 tablespoon, one lid, a full cap is 1 tablespoon. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in. I might go ahead and put, there's not much more left in this bottle, and I love it. So I'm putting 2 tablespoons in mine. That was about 2 tablespoons there. And I've got 1 tablespoon of honey in the mini measure-all cup. And y'all know I have a love for these things. I poured my honey right in this little baby, and it got every last drop out. So on our paninis, I'll start those on the grill, and when they're just about done, I'll come back on. I'll wait and start on until my French fries are almost through, so you can see those too. It smells so good, y'all. I'll see that. And I'll share this recipe with you. You can use any seasoning and make a quick dip or mayonnaise. You can use mayonnaise, you can use yogurt, you can use sour cream. Oh my goodness, y'all look. Just see all those flavors in there. Okay, so that's a quick tip on making your own dip. The other thing that I have a big love for and don't show often, so I'm glad to get to show it today, is our coated knife set. You can buy these separately or you can buy them in a set. But if you ladies cook and you gentlemen, you know a good knife is important in the kitchen. And a good bread knife, oh, I love the bread knife. And we didn't sell this separately all last year, for a couple of years actually. So I'm so glad it's now open stock, so you can buy just the bread knife if you need it. It's got that nice serrated blade. And I've got a loaf of sourdough. So I said I'm making little mini paninis tonight. So the flexible cutting mat actually has measure marks on it. If you're OCD, I'm a little OCD, but I'm not gonna measure it, but you can measure each slice if you want to. But I wanna show you just how quick this knife cuts. These are kind of thick for my sandwich. I'm gonna cut mine a little thinner. My husband will like his thicker. But it's just so sharp and doesn't tear your bread at all. That's what I love about this knife. You can just slice away and get a nice clean cut every time. Okay, so y'all stay tuned. The only thing I have left to do to prep for my sandwiches is get my apple. I'll show you that one last step before I put my fries in the air fryer, and then when they're just about done, I'll come back on and show you the sandwiches and the fries. This is the apple core. So I went ahead, I'm gonna put apples on my panini sandwich. So I went ahead and put the core down in, and you just twist it and pull it up, and it pulls that core right out all the way through. See me? So I'm not going to peel it. I think God puts peeling on these potatoes and apples and fruits and veggies for a reason. So I'm not going to peel this, but I am going to use the rapid prep mandolin and put it in there and slice it real easy. This has a little lever on the side that you can push, and then just take that right over to your trash can if you want to and drop it in the trash can. So y'all stay tuned, and I will get after my French fries soak for a little bit, I'm going to put them in a colander and let them dry good. I'll put them in the air fryer, and when they're just about done, I'll come back on and you see my sandwiches and fries when they're done. Stay tuned. Just that quick. They're looking good. I just flipped them over, and I'm fixing to put the press back on top. I've got about 3 more minutes. The French fries have about 4 more minutes, so we're timing it just right. Okay, y'all, I've got my French fries dumped out, and I'm letting them cool, and then we'll come over and see the paninis. I've got those done. I've actually just cut the burner off, so I'll just take one off for you. I love using, this is a 12-inch cast iron grill pan and press. You've probably seen me use it before. Don't they look cute? My husband's gonna love these. Woo, I dropped it. They are warm. Look at that. All that cheese and goodness. I love that toasty cheese on there. And I love that the press cooks it from the top and the bottom at the same time. Got those pretty grill marks. They're going to be so good. Okay, and I also don't show them a lot, but I use these a lot in the air fryer. We also have a 5.5-inch set of cast iron pans, and they are just so adorable. And a lot of times I'll do mini desserts or mini little breakfast casseroles in the air fryer. I just love the size of them, so I don't show them a lot, so that gives you kind of a good visual of those. I kept some of my water, y'all. I want to tilt this down. Let me move my sandwiches, because I would cry if I spilled this water in my sandwiches. When I rinsed the potatoes, I drained them. And when I drained that water out, I left some in the bowl. And I was talking about that white starch. And I hope y'all can see that. The more it sits, it will actually thicken up. Almost like lard or vegetable shortening. But it hadn't been sitting long enough to do that. But that's the starch that come off of those potatoes. I don't know if y'all can see that good or not. But I'll try to get a better picture of it for you to see. So that is it. I will bring you back over here. I'm dragging y'all around tonight. Sorry. So anyway, my husband's just come in. So he said it smells good. He's ready to eat. So we have got our French fries. And they are cooling. And I did a little video opening this. And I'll put it at the end of this video so you can see how I open that. They're still hot too. Simple supper, but it's going to be good. Who else puts fruit? I wanted to put pineapple, but I didn't have any, so we went with apple on it tonight. So they're going to be delicious, and I will share the recipe for the honey mustard sauce I made, as well as how I did the sandwiches and the French fries. Thanks, y'all. Have a great night. Bye-bye.